La 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 la, wait till I get my money right.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Ascend. I have LQTY liquidity up on the screen. This is the 3-day price chart here. And again, notice I say price chart. If we go back to this top back here in April of 2021, price is down 98.5%. So I see that and I say, okay, I wonder if there's something going on here with the tokenomics. So I flip over to the market cap chart. That same moment in time, the market cap, the amount of dollars in this coin is up 900%. So you have the price down 98.5%, but you have the market cap up 900%. So what that tells me is there's something going on with the tokenomics here. Some kind of inflation, tokens being released. I don't know. I don't own the coin. This was a request from my Quantum Circle group. So what I do know, though, is based on this, we have to be looking at the market cap here for Altseason, or else you're going to get wrong-footed. So let's go ahead and dive into that. First things first, let's count out our waves here. We have the macro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know people say 4 can't dip below 1. It can. This is one of those situations. Over here, if we look down to the low, I mean, with how high that went, realistically, what we're looking at on this corrective move was an A, a B, and a C. All right. And right now, still settling down across the board. We've been talking about alt-season targets for waves 3, 4, and 5. Right now, still wrapping up a wave 2, but we want to talk about 3, 4, and 5 and where we think that is headed here in alt-season. We'll then take these prices and move it over to the USD price chart to figure out exactly what levels we're going to. So what I'll say right now, guys, this is a pretty small cap coin. It's only 75 million. So when it gets running, it can run. Unfortunately, it was released during that last alt season, so it's kind of hard for us to be able to see the price movement. I guess, kind of on that back half of 2021, went on a nice little run here. Only a 5x, so can't really look back to reference that. We look at the Trump pump over here. This was in November. That's what gave us that high. It was like a 3.6x from that level, right? So can't really use that to reference the past, but what we can do is we got to look at this as a whole, and we're going to start using fibs and figure out here, okay, what makes the most sense for for our price targets. And so here, just in here, for those of you guys that are looking, you got a little ABC to complete that A wave right in there, right? And then it looks like you had a 5-wave move down right here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down there. And then again, we're working on 5 up. Looks like based on this chart, we should be seeing some new highs. But like I said, we'll get into that here with fibs in a second. Before I do that, guys, join the Quantum Circle, entries, exit strategy, emotional and mental clarity, and 2 daily macro videos. Link to that is in my bio. That's the real alpha. Doesn't matter about your individual coins as much as it does the broader markets. That's going to tell us when it's time to cut them. So here we go into this now. What I want to do, first things first, draw this out from that last high all the way down to this low down here, right? Okay, and you can see that on this first move up here, we almost took back just shy of 38% of that entire drop. But what this does now is it gives us some extensions here that we're going to want to take a look at. The other thing I want to do is on a lot of these coins, we're talking about going a full extension of that last high back here in December. Sure enough, not quite confluence, but we do have a little bit up here in this area, right? So for me, looking at this right now, I'm looking up into that area. Another thing I'm kind of noticing too here is if we take the top of wave 3 and the top of wave 5, we actually have an intersection on this entire top, right? So we're going to say our conservative target is going to be down here in this area, right? Say a full extension of that. But you do see a scenario where these tops are lined up. Let me make this a little bit thicker. These tops are lined up right here, and you see that it does intersect the extension, right? So that's a possibility both mathematically and using trend lines. So we have to keep that in mind. but I do want to make sure that we're not round tripping anything here. And based on what I'm seeing, the smart play for us is to look for these price levels up here. We'll say the full extension right there. That's where we're looking at here for this wave 5. How much does that give us? A lot of stuff right now is like 10x, 12x. This guy right here, 13x, to get us all the way up to a full extension of that last high. If we go all the way, you're looking at like a 19x. So definitely a possibility, guys. And again, we're showing you math. We're showing you confluence. There's a couple different ways that we're getting up here. So we're going to take it from the conservative target there, and we're going to talk about now what are we expecting for this third wave. Typically, how these things move is this third wave here. Make this guy a little bit fatter. No, let's go fatter. Boom. This third wave here, typically at the minimum we'll run back up to there, but a lot of times we'll exceed it up to the 1618. So I look, and it's not quite confluence. It's pretty close. We're like $3 million off in here. But I see that last local high up there. There's a good chance that we end up catching that, as our wave 3 high, and then we're going to be looking back come down to test that area or some of these higher retracement levels, right? So typically in a wave 4, you're looking at 35 to 50% on a drawdown. This is a small cap coin, should be closer to that 50% mark. So we do that. You see, just to get back to this high is only a 28% drop. The 786 right there, 42%. And then the 618, bam, right there at our 50. So we could see this wave 4 pulling down here, and then wave 5 would go and take us off here into glory. So in a scenario like that, what are we looking at for percent moves on the different waves? Wave 1 would have been 280%. Wave 3, that's assuming that wave 2 is done right there, 430% or a 5.3x. And then our fifth wave here, 450%, very similar to wave 3, 5.5x. Okay, so this is how we're looking. I mean, again, we're going to have to pay attention. If this wave 3 gets rocking and rolling here, and that thing ends up shooting up off even higher, well then, yeah, let's talk about these higher levels up here, right? So I am going to put both of those in the video. But first things first, let's pull these prices over. So we're saying 395% from the current price level is where we're looking at for wave 3, 395%. Right about there, like 389. We're saying right there for wave 3. And then we talked about a drop down here on wave 4 down to this level, about 51.8%. So where do we go from there? Down 51. Oh, almost nailed it. 0.8%. We're looking like right around there to $1.85. And then I look over and look, according to the price action, it's an area that we've gotten stopped out at. So it makes complete sense that that would be resistance flip support. And then what we're looking at on our fifth wave from the current price level, this conservative fifth wave is, where are we at right here? 1237 or a 13x. Or wait, no, I gotta look, sorry. Not from the current price. I want to pull it from, I guess the current price will work too. I'll pull it from the bottom of wave 4, 458%. Now we go up, and I'll bring this all home in a second. 458% brings us right around the $10 mark, guys. Nice round number. This says 1013. So what we would be looking at here is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. And those, my friends, are your price levels. And it was a complicated way to get there, but guys, with coins like this, if you're not paying attention to that stuff, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna lose. So you got to be really careful. Not only does that bring us around $10, that was the level that we back tested here. This looks like a giant Wyckoff accumulation, to be honest. Gets us back up into this level where typically the sign of strength phase is. All right, so it makes complete sense that this is the level we did we pushed back up to before the final drop off. We haven't been up there since. You see $10. It makes sense from a price perspective, but more importantly, we did it using the market cap, and you can see how much higher we are here using the market cap, right? Let me give you that blow off. That'd be 710% from down here. 710. Wow, look at that. So if we go the blow off, it does get us right up to that high, right? At like 1482. So that's going to be my secondary up there. We're going to say our primary target's at that 1013, secondary 1482. I would bet that if we draw this out, we end up finding some fibs. Oh man, this thing has been smashed. This thing has been smashed. We don't even make it up 23%. That just shows how jacked up the tokenomics are. But that's what we're looking at, guys. Run up to 390, back down to 182, final blow off to 1013, or final wave up to 1013 with blow off potential up there to 1482. Boom. That's how we do it. Guys, like I mentioned, join the Quantum Circle, real-time trades, portfolio access, macro analysis, 2 videos a day, a Discord channel, and I teach you how to do TA just like me. Link to that in the bio. If not, just super appreciative you're here. If you guys can follow, like, repost, I want to reach as many people as I can before it is too late. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday, and I'll catch you later.